On our most recent Word of the Week, we looked at the importance of cases when it comes to nouns and how the cases determine the role in the sentence that a noun or a pronoun or another substantive is playing, right? The nominative case for the subject, the accusative for the direct object, genitives for possession and relationships, datives for indirect objects and locations and things like that. Today what we're going to see is how prepositions control the use of some of the cases, and more significantly how the cases with particular prepositions change the meaning. So we're going to use as a model the preposition dia. Preposition dia means when it's used with the genitive case, through or by means of, and when it's used with the accusative case, on account of or because of. So let's start out with some genitive examples. And this is from Matthew 4:4. All the readings are from the ESV, and we will look at the pertinent information in Koine thereafter. So Matthew 4:4, but he answered, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. So this is Jesus striving with the devil in the wilderness and the 40 days of fasting. And the phrase from the mouth of God here is literally dia stomatos theou, through the mouth of God. So notice stomatos and theou are both in the genitive case. So the preposition dia with the genitive case is either through or by means of. So here, through the mouth of God. Let's look at Matthew 12:46. When the unclean spirit has gone out of a person, it passes through waterless places seeking rest, but finds none. So through waterless places is dianudron topon. So notice the dia has dropped the alpha because the next word starts with a vowel. So we get the shortened form, dianudron topon. Anudron is interesting. It's an alpha privative negating the word that we get hydro from, the English word hydro. So if we negate hydro, it's waterless, right? And then topon, places. So through waterless places. It can also be used to describe time. So let's look at Romans 11, verse 10. Let their eyes be darkened so they cannot see, and bend their backs forever. So we've recently looked at the phrase forever and ever. This is not that phrase. This is our preposition dia with the genitive word pontos, and pontos is all or all things. So through all. How long are they going to bend their backs? Through all. By means of interpretation, we would say forever, right? They're going to bend their backs through all. And for our last genitive example, let's look at 2 John verse 12. There's only one chapter in 2 John. Though I have much to write to you, I would rather not use paper and ink. Instead, I hope to come to you and talk face to face so that our joy may be complete. So through paper and ink, or by means of paper and ink, is what we're looking at. Diakartu kai melanos. So hopefully some of those words sounded familiar to you, right? So obviously our preposition dia, then kartu and melanos, both in the genitive. Have you ever ordered a la carte from the menu? A la carte is the French for from the card, from the menu, from the chart. And here kartu is paper or card. It's the makings of a document. And then kai melanos, melanin we use for the dark pigment in human skin, and it's the word ink. So I want to communicate with you, says John, but I don't want to do it by means of paper and ink. I want to communicate with you face to face, and that will make our joy complete. Let's switch to our accusative case examples. Matthew 10:22 says, and you will be hated by all for my name's sake, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. So for my name's sake is the part that we're looking at. Dia, to onoma, the name, mu, of me. So the accusative part is to onoma. Mu is in the genitive, but the dia is for to onoma, the name, not mu, the pronoun of me. So here it's on account of the name of me, on account of my name. Next, we're going to see it used to describe cause. This is in Luke 2, verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David. So here we have dia, because, to enai, which is an infinitive from eimi, to be, auton. So when we put the infinitive together with auton functioning as the subject, because he was ex oikou, of the house, kai patrias, and lineage, Dawid, of David. So why did he go up to Bethlehem during the census to report? Because Joseph was of the house and lineage of David. He had to return to the city of David to register. Finally, we're going to look at an example that shows purpose. This is John 6:57. As the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so whoever feeds on me, he also will live because of me. So I live because of the Father is zo, I live, dia, because of, ton patera, in the accusative case, the Father. Now, below that, I put an example of what it would look like had John chose to say, rather than I live because of the Father, I live through the Father. That would be zo dia tu patros, with tu patros being in the genitive case, and we would understand it as through the Father, but that's not how John wrote it. He wrote zo dia ton patera, which is I live because of the Father. So the living is not vicarious, it's not by means of the Father, it's on account of or because of the Father in the accusative, not the genitive. So with dia as our model, we can see that sometimes prepositions change their meaning, they change their emphasis based on the case of the noun, pronoun, participle, other substantive that's used usually right after the preposition. So hope that was good for you. I hope you found that interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, and like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Hit the little notification dinger so you know when there's new content. And until next time, Charis Kai Irene Humin, grace and peace to you.